Okay, and we're back. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we got here. Let's go ahead and put my units back on. Something I noticed last time that I caught after the fact is that we have one of our mortar platoons that are out of range that we left behind. So you think he's in here somewhere. This one? Yep. So he's attached to this regimental HQ, and I was thinking about reattaching him, but instead I'm just kind of not. And what I'm going to do is just move him up. His range it's decent. Like if we take a look at where is it? No, I don't want supply lines right now. I want the range rings. So this is how far he can fire, which is not bad. So if we move him into this area here, he'll be able to support the town attacks in Osberg and here. We'll just have to remember to bring him up afterwards. And I think this is safe enough because they have plenty of flat cover support. So that should be okay. Let's go ahead and move him out there and then turn off the range bands. And we're going to tell him to get in. I don't want him to move fast because I don't want him to get tired or anything and then mess up his firing. So let's just tell him to move to, I don't know, how about we put him right in here, in these woods here. And we'll just tell him to move safest. That'll be fine. Okay. And I think it's good. Let's go ahead and keep moving forward. I'm going to put it on slow speeds for now just until we can kind of get our bearings again. I did want to take a look at the line of sight for these guys because I don't feel like, yeah, see, this is not, it's not great right now. Like they don't really have line of sight. It's because this ridge, they have it to the top of the ridge, but then this ridge flattens out, and you can see that on that white band there. That shows you how the actual terrain falls. So this is all downhill, and then it starts going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, and they're kind of just beyond the band, and that's fine. So we're just going to go ahead and cancel that for now. Let's just keep an eye on things and see how it's going. Starting to push these guys out. This attack is going well. Rehorse is almost taken. They're going to start pushing into here. We may have to look at these folks. Yeah, see, they're only moving to here. So what we're probably going to do is just push them up to the front of the forest and then support this attack as they're driving in. Because these guys are coming all the way in through to here. So we're going to wait till they get there. We took Popenberg, which is down here, I think. It's somewhere down here. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see. So we took Popenberg. Where is Popenberg? Oh, is that up here? Let's look. So we'll go to objectives. Popenberg. Oh, it's in the forest. Oh yeah, because we drove right through it. So this I'd like to take care of. I'd really prefer if we if we could knock this team out. And Popenberg is looking great. They're probably going to be taking them pretty soon here and getting some support as well. These boys are doing fine. I'd like to just push in here and then hold this, and then they can act as a, I don't want to say a full-on diversionary force. Like, they're already moving up. This is awesome. So as soon as these guys come up, then I'm going to have them drive. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold for a second, get rid of this. I would really like it if they could just move right in there. That would be great. So let's delete this. Let it shake through. I do this because if you don't, sometimes the game has issues. We'll just be generous and say issues. So if you just delete it and then come back in, then you're fine. Let's go ahead and push right into here. And then we may actually fall back into the town so we have some better cover, but I do want to take this area first. And this is a place where we're actually going to tell them to minimize their losses, because I want them to push the fight, but I don't want them to take a lot of losses. Like I want the allies to dump more units into here, and I may have to commit some more forces like over in this direction to kind of push them to do so. I may even move one of these flak companies into here to provide some fire support. It's actually not a bad idea. Let's take a look at one of these. So this is our light flak battery, and this is our heavy flak. That we absolutely want to keep there. But this guy, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him into, I don't know if I want to move him that close to that guy. That could be dangerous. But maybe like in here it'd be fine, because they're already going to be supporting that. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and move him into here, and he's going to provide some direct fire support. And so if they come over this way, they're fine, and then there's probably going to be a rear guard, and we're not that far away, so it should be okay. So we're going to tell them to move up there, and we're going to tell them just move safest. So they may kind of come back over this way. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's keep things moving. Yeah, see, the elements are already starting to come up. The reason I canceled this, by the way, let it shake through, and then did it again, is because normally if you just tell them, hey, form up on an existing attack and do it, they'll be okay. But every once in a while, the orders kind of get crossed. Like, they think they want to do the thing first, and then they think, oh, maybe I'm going to do it over here, and then they get confused. But if you, what I found is that if you just clear it out, then it's okay. Okay, so these guys are moving through. This is great. These guys are almost to their objective coming through to here. This is, I would really like, I want this unit to be dislodged and to come and fight these guys here. That would be awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the heavy flak battery, and we're going to try to do some bombard, right? Oh god, we can't even do that. That's... Maybe we can. Let's find out. I'm not sure if they're bombard. There's 2 ranges to bombards. So if we go to range and look at bombard, there's a black line in here. Usually there's an internal black line that tells you how far you can fire. The internal one is you have to be at least that far away. And then the other one is the maximum range. This may be too close for a bombard. So we'll find out. Although they should have told us if we were too close to the bombard. So we'll look and see what happens here. Yep, good. This team's moving in. They're doing great. They should, yeah, see, they're already pushing up to support. This could hold us up a little bit. This is all just IG guns and stuff like that, so that's not too bad. Popenberg we have now. Awesome. We have Popenberg. These guys should start coming up. Yeah, see, they're already starting to close in. I want them to secure Popenberg before we push in here. I may even take this unit on directly. Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to tell them, you know what, just attack. Attack right in here. I want them to take this section here because there's a chance they could start coming up this hill. And I'd really like to push these guys here. Good, they completed their bombard mission. I really want to see if they can knock them out. Because see, now we have kind of this weird... Like, they have some units that are still in this forest that I'd really like to clear out. But they're just being annoying. That's okay. And then I want this unit to push through here, take out this machine gun team that we saw from earlier, and then also sit up on top of this hill. We'll have eyes on Mook this way, but even more importantly, we'll be able to see if anything's coming up the hill, which is really important. Okay, let's see what we got. This is going well. These guys are almost wiped. They're bombarding us in the worst. I want to push through here. We may have to... Let's do this. We still have our heavy flak battery. And we have the light flak battery. Oh yeah, we moved them over there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do another bombard order over here. I'd love for them to take out... I'm not sure I want to do this or on the guns. We should do it on here for now. We're going to see how it works. I would like somebody to take this on, like maybe this guy. That would be great. Let's go ahead and tell him just to have an attack order right into here. Normally I won't do this, but I don't want to leave a guy in our rear, especially one that can drive in and start threatening our flak. I'm less concerned about a flak, to be honest, and more so just coming in and cutting off our support lines. Okay, so we're doing okay right now. This guy should be pretty soon here. Yes, he's already reorganizing to do that last push attack, which is nice. And I am glad that I did a minimize losses attack here. This is all these forces up here, I think, are the 506. So these are all the elite parachute infantry guys, which are going to be really mean to go through. And to be honest, we don't really want... I mean, we do want it. But what I want more is for the Allies to pour more forces up in here and not to bring them down into here. Like, we really need to make this attack work. Speaking of making this attack work, I may have to force these guys to come down here because this is... I mean, it's moving. No, they're going okay. They're going okay. We're going to let this happen. But this up here, I actually want them to push in. So we're going to take our Fallschirmjäger, our paratroop infantry, and what we're going to do is we're going to tell them to push to the second line. Yeah, see, there's already a few guys that are in here. And these guys, what are they doing? Oh, this is the follow-up infantry from down here. So this is the line that we pushed through. So we're actually going to pause it right now because we want to attack and support. So we're going to take this and delete the order. Let that shake through. There, now it's out. And then what we're going to tell them to do is we're going to tell them to attack from this area. Are we missing somebody? Who is this guy attached to? Oh, he went on his own. Yeah, see, he already moved over there. So let's just move this over here. So let's go ahead and grab... This is why you have to be careful about that stuff. We're going to grab this and do an attack order. Don't let me forget to reattach the flak battery because that's still under our direct control. We're going to tell them to form up in here. And then we want them to push down. I feel like down through here would be better because then we can provide some fire support. I would like to drive them straight through to here and really start moving on Mook. And maybe, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to drive right in through here. The reason why, by the way, is because while I want this cleared, I feel like if we're looking at these units, there's an understrength parachute unit here, there's an HQ unit, and there's another one. We're already going to start hitting them as we're going through this, and these infantry squads are already starting to attack them, and they're going to have bombard support, so I'm not too worried. And down here, if we can just keep them down low and suppressed, I'm fine. But we have to keep our eye on the prize. The prize is Mook, but more importantly, Molenhoek, and it's 8 o'clock. That doesn't seem like it's it seems like it's pretty far away, but it's not. So we got to get moving. Okay, let me go ahead and find that. That's fine. We can go ahead and reattach this guy, and then he'll do his own thing, and then we're going to reattach him. And see, as soon as we did it, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but there's already a bombard order that's attached to him. So I'm glad that we have to really keep that in mind when we manually attach, or when we manually take control, that we have to give it back. What is going on here? So this is taking a long time. If we look at these guys, see the reorging, they're just taking the sweet time. This is the problem with when you give direct folks orders, it can take some time. So if we look here, it should be able to tell us when they think it's going to kick off. So start time, estimated start time is 8:22. So that's in 20 minutes or so. That's been going on for a while now. Let's actually look at it. Sometimes they can get stuck like this. So if you see this number like this advancing, see how it just keeps bumping out and bumping out and bumping out. There's some confusion going on. And I'm still not sure from a play perspective is if this is an issue with, we're just going to get rid of that. If this is an issue with the system, or if it's an issue with me, or what. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all this stuff. And we're going to let it run for a minute. There we go. And then what we're going to tell them to do is we want them to set up a new attack to go from here. And we're going to drive them actually through Popenberg. I'm going to say down, I want to say down to Mook, like to catch some of these guys that are starting to retreat. It's going to leave our flank open. And I realize now that's probably a bad idea. What we may want to do instead is come through here and attack. That's what we're going to do. We're going to attack to here. So we just want to get through this. We want to take this hill, but we're still going to maintain in this area. So let's do it like this. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to tell them to be about it, because I really need this thing to start going. Yep, that's fine. And next question. We want them to move. Okay. Let's see how everything else is going before we go ahead and probably stop for this one. Our flak team is coming up here. That's awesome. This is really going to help to provide some fire support. This is good. So they're going to be popping in and then probably immediately opening fire on this team, which is great to see. We still have support from the mortars. Our other mortar teams are moving up. This guy is still... Yeah, he's still providing support. This is our artillery section, so we're okay. Everything else is looking good. This attack is going along swimmingly. This one, a little less so, but we're holding them. That's okay. It's this attack that we need to have happen. And as long as these guys can get reorganized, see, they're starting to reorganize now, and then they're going to go for their push. Where are they going? Let's take a look at this. They're reorganizing back a little bit, and then hopefully keeping these guys. We're going to have to watch this. This is one of those places in the game where it's not... like when you start giving orders here, you don't have full control over how your battalion commanders are going to do things. So in my mind, I want them to come in here and push, but they may be thinking this is too risky. Like this is all kind of at the top of the hill. They may say, hey, I don't want to reorganize right on the top of the hill in front of a machine gun company. I'm going to pull back a bit, reorganize, and then push in. So we'll have to watch out for it. For now, we're going to let them do it against my better judgment, because I really would prefer that they just get in the mix. This team is not even attached to them. Oh, because I disconnected them. Damn. See? I have to watch out. And then it just put them right back in with the infantry corps, because these guys already have orders. Yeah, this is where things get problematic. So here's I'm going to actually delete all this stuff. This is my mistake. So what happened here is we have this crew, and then the 7th over here, since these guys had orders already, and these guys were split off independent, when I said reattach, it just went back to the division commander, because they already had things going on. I didn't want to mess that up. But I want them to attack together. So what I'm going to do instead is just tell them, form up in here. Now you can see how this is already slowing things down. And this happens, by the way, because you're going to have this whole crosstalk of orders. But we're going to have them push through to here, and again, go ahead and say, just get in there. I mean, this is going to tire them out because I've had them attacking fast for quite some time now, but I really need them to take this because we need to start moving on Mook. As far as I'm concerned, we're behind schedule. This stack is continuing. That's awesome. Everything else down below is going great. This is fine. This is pushing up slowly. And then at some point, we're probably going to have one of these teams, maybe the infantry squad and not, or the infantry brigade and not the paratroops, to push down here and take this. And that's okay. Okay. I think that's enough for this video, so we're going to go ahead and pause here, and then in the next video, hopefully we'll be able to clear out the rest of Popenberg and take this section up in here, nearby Oostburg, and then push right into Mook, while our infantry squads push down and take out the remaining elements down here. There's some understrength units, an HQ, and a gun, so it shouldn't be too bad, and these guys are already faring okay right now. This guy, less so, but they're doing the thing. Anyways, stay tuned.